Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Trillium 4-light chandelier. This is going to be the 101700. There's also larger versions of this with more arms, as well as a beautiful wall sconce you should check out that you can use with this. I think that would be dynamite. Let's get into details about it. So this is these beautiful hand-forged little lilies that are holding a tube of glass, and I think this is a very, very beautiful fixture. It's an awesome good example of Hubbardton Forge's artistry and how they can do some amazing craftsmanship on those little lily pieces that are holding the glass. This is going to be shipping with 20 feet of wire, 3 feet of chain, and the canopy kit that's going up on the ceiling. Canopy kit is 5.5 inches in diameter. It's going to go over your 4-inch junction box. This only weighs 20 to 21 pounds, 21.2, so it's very light. It just hangs from a standard box like this. If you need more chain than the 36 inches that's going to come with it, drop us a quick email. Say you're looking at the 1700 and tell us how long you need it to hang from the ceiling to the bottom of the fixture. Chain comes in 36-inch pieces and we sell it all the time. This is going to ship with 20 feet of wire, so you're going to have quite a bit to play with as far as dropping this from a second story. If you need to go beyond that 20 feet, again, drop me a quick email and I can tell you what we can do for you. Okay, more information about all that. Let's look at the installations instructions really quick. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations, instructions, PDF. Open that up for me. It's going to show you a full parts list. It's going to show you the chain, the canopy, how the canopy goes on here, nice line drawings of the canopy, and little details about it, what it looks like on the other side of it. The glass on this is going to be a tube of glass that fits over the socket, and this is your G9 socket. So that tube of glass is going to be pretty cool. It's frosted on the bottom, and it basically goes to a clear at the top. So I think it's a very clever piece of glass that Hubbardton's done, because the frosting on the bottom is going to make it opaque, so you're not going to be able to see your socket. But the top of this will just throw some beautiful light out and kind of light it as it goes up. It's a really clever idea. Let's talk about what's going on inside of that as far as lamping goes in the socket. Like I said before, it's going to be using a G9 socket. G9 sockets take G9 bulbs. If you want to stick with a halogen, you can do that, not a problem. You're going to be limited to 4 of the 40-watt halogens, and that's a 40-watt halogen right there. It's got little wires on the bottom, and they just simply click in, just like that. They go in like that. If you want to do LEDs, no problem at all. And you'll notice they have the same kind of setup, basically, the little hoops on the bottom. Sometimes these are pads, sometimes they're wires. As far as LEDs go, there's no limit to the LEDs as far as wattage goes. It's about the size of the bulb getting in the glass. And most of these G9s that you're going to find out in the world, as far as G9 LEDs, are going to make it in the glass without any problem at all. They generally, the more light that's coming out of them, they're going to be longer, not wider. So it's just the way they work. So you'll notice when you're looking at these bulbs, there's great places to find them. So you can go to Home Depot and you go to Ace Hardware and Lowe's and that kind of thing. We buy these bulbs on Amazon just because it's very simple. You would go into Amazon in the search, or even just Google, it would take you to other places too. We put in G9 LED, and these are all going to pop up. And to me, there's definitely differences in these, especially in this little tube of glass, because the glass is going to be kind of close to this. So this is a cob LED. It looks like a corn cob. This is a phosphorus LED, and I kind of like these two. It's just a simple line pad in there of phosphorus. So when this is in there, in that tube of glass, and especially the really brighter ones, there's a chance, and I'm not saying on all of them, but there's a chance on some of these cob LEDs that you're going to be able to see a little bit of a pattern of light on the coming through that glass. Now when you get to these guys, these are your phosphorus guys. It's not going to be like that. It's just going to be a simple glow, kind of like your halogen bulbs. So if you can find, to me, if you can find these out there in the color temperature like and dimmable and all those good things, then that's pretty much the way to go. But don't be afraid to try out different bulbs, because they're not expensive and they're easy to get. So there you go. Color temperature of these bulbs are going to offer to you in 2700 Kelvin. That's kind of like a setting sun, and it can be very pretty in this fixture, I think. They're also going to offer these bulbs to you in something called daylight, and that's the one you have to be really aware of. That sounds like it should be sunlight and really warm, like daylight, or actually like sunlight, but it's not. It's a bluish white light, like an overcast day or a convenience store light, and that's going to be 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin on that Kelvin scale. What we like to use in our showroom, I mention all the time, is warm white, soft white, and that's 3000 Kelvin. The light coming down from this LED above us is that, and 3000 Kelvin warm white, and it makes a nice glow on the table here. So a couple quick things. Check and see if 3 feet of chain is going to be enough for you. Be careful when you're buying your bulbs. You can try different ones. Like I said before, 40 watt halogens is your max there. Make sure whatever bulb you get is dimmable. It says it right on there, or online. Tell your installer you're using dimmable LEDs so they put the correct dimmer on the wall for you. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you are on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over in the red tabs with the pictures in them over there. You're going to see a Finishes Help Guide tab. Open that up for me. It's going to be a video there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton forged finishes, how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a chart just down below, so scroll down a little bit. You're going to see a chart. You can click on that chart, so you can click on dark smoke, you can click on soft gold, doesn't matter. Big page will pop up showing you lots of different things in that finish. You can go back to the chart and you'll notice there's letters A's on them, letter B's on some of those things, and that's going to be showing you this range of variants that you can expect to see on different translucent finishes, but I'll talk about all of that in the video, okay? Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton forged fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton forged. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton forged doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. And those same red tabs, you're going to see a what's on display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.